Hey collectors, Big Mo here. It's been a long time since we've opened anything Star Wars. You'll notice that my collection lately has been about Jurassic Park. So we've got a couple of Sideshow Star Wars pieces. I'm going to open these together because I consider them as companion pieces. This is the quarter scale Chewbacca and Han Solo. Let's open them up. Before I assemble them, I'll just give you a quick look at the art boxes. So you can see why I consider these as companion pieces. They're both going to sit on the same base, which is it's a Millennium Falcon themed base. So I really like that. And the reason I got these were I got a good deal. I got 40% off both of these from Pop Culture. They often sometimes have sales to reduce their remaining stock. So got an absolute bargain with these two. And they were on my wish list anyway, but I tend to wait for sales to try to pick up some good deals. So yeah, the art boxes are quite nice, just a plain black. They remind me of the Lego sort of UCS sets and the Lego adult boxes because they're also nice and black. So we'll open them up and we'll have a close look. All right, here we go, all put together. It's good to have a bit of Star Wars in my life. So these are the Sideshow quarter scale, or they like to call it premium format. This is Han Solo and Chewbacca. They came out about 4 years ago, I think 2018, sort of 2019, but I've been holding out, getting them, waiting for a sale. And I got these at 40% off at Pop Culture. I think they're pretty much all gone now. They were the last ones. So absolutely thrilled to have these in my collection. So Han Solo, there were two editions they released. There's a standard, which is what this one is, which is an edition size of 1,000. And they did a limited edition which had an extra switch out. It was an extra gun. That was 500 of those made. Chewbacca, they only made one edition of Chewbacca, and it has an edition size of 1,500. So as you can see, they both have a very similar base. It's the Millennium Falcon base. And I don't get why Sideshow didn't make it like a diorama where they could match up, because that would have been fantastic. And I reckon they would have got more sales. You know, people like a good old-fashioned diorama, so yeah, it's a shame they didn't do that. But first impressions, I'm really impressed. I don't have a quarter scale of either of these in my collection, so it's good that I've got a Chewbacca and a Han Solo now. Hopefully, if Queen Studios picks up the license, we might see some more Star Wars pieces released in the future. So we'll have a closer look at these. We might start with Chewie. So again, we'll just have a quick look at the base. The base has got some good weathering to it. You can see some tubing at the front, which is the same with the Han Solo base as well. You can see some weathering on the tubes. The base itself, so like the floor's got some good weathering, and really good weathering as well on these pads on the wall. It would have been good if maybe they went up an extra 2 pads. It would have been good if, say, that back wall was about half the size of the figures themselves. I reckon that would have looked absolutely fantastic. So it's a shame they didn't extend the back wall. I think they sort of missed a trick there. But yeah, the bases look great. You know, it's simple but still quite effective. Now Chewie himself looks fantastic. The paint applications are great. You can sort of see the different tones of his fur as you sort of work your way up the leg. You can see some great detail there. It gets a little bit darker as well. He's got his sort of bag here, which is mixed media, which is great. I don't mind mixed media. I know Sideshow, you like to use mixed media, which I'm absolutely fine with. The strap there for his gun. But he looks really great. Some really good details in the fur. Like I'm pretty happy considering it's sort of quarter scale. He looks really, really good. The portrait looks fantastic. The eyes, you know what? The eyes look glass. Check out the details in his eyes there. It looks great, doesn't it? And you can see his sort of open mouth. A little bit of sort of wetness on the tongue as well. The teeth are a good colour. I like his nose. I think they did a fantastic job with his portrait. Really, really good. And I like the way too they hide the seam. I was a bit concerned because this arm here has to be attached. And there was a big ugly seam here and I didn't realise that the head was going to cover that. So fantastic you know, finish by Sideshow. They did a really, really good job. So that's Chewie, and he obviously looks to scale with Han, which is good. So Han Solo, again, the base, obviously pretty much the same as the Chewie base. They've done a great job with the mixed media here. I really like the fabric, and the weathering in the fabric looks really, really good. I'll just come around this side so you can have a bit of a closer look. His boots look fantastic. Now the boots are polystone, but they've done a good job with the wrinkles here, so obviously to make it look leather. Same with this one, see? So you've got the wrinkles here where his foot's just sort of slightly up, and the wrinkles here as well around the ankle. So even though that's polystone, they've done a really good job on the boots. His jacket, I really like his jacket. It's a good colour, that really sort of that navy blue colour with his white shirt underneath. So again, you know, I don't mind the mixed media. It just adds a bit of realism to the piece. I really, really impressed with that. And the hand portrait looks pretty good as well. I'm pretty happy with how Han's turned out. You can just see the scale on his chin. It's very, very faint. They haven't made it too obvious, which I actually don't mind that. You got to look for it to see it. So you can just see it. It's pretty faint, right? And I think it's pretty accurate. I like that. You can just see his little hair swirl just at the top there on the forehead. You've got sort of one strand coming down. That's a nice touch. Very faint sort of wrinkles in the forehead. I think his eyes look pretty good. That's a pretty good portrait of Han. So yeah, really pleased with that. I'll just come back out so you can have a good look. And just quickly, we'll have a look at his hand and the gun. Good sort of toning on the gun there with the sort of the silver at the end. Again, bit of silver weathering in the meat of the gun there. So yeah, nice collection, right? Like, again, nice companion pieces. I love buying a collection where there's some companion pieces so you can put the two together. So I think these two look great together. I'm very, very happy. So I know Sideshow gets, you know, a bit of a knock sometimes, but you know, they do make some pretty solid pieces. This went together without any issues. All the peg holes fit, everything fits, everything is where it should be. You know, Sideshow to me is always pretty reliable when it comes to fit and finish. So I'm really, really pleased. They don't make a lot of movie pieces. They do focus on comics. But the movie pieces they do get, as you know, I'm only a movie collector. I don't collect the comic pieces. So I do try to get their movie pieces. And they've got a lot more Star Wars statues coming out. They've just announced a few more, which I'm really, really excited about. I've got the Mandalorian pieces coming in the next couple of months. So stay tuned for that. As soon as I've got them, I'll put them up on my channel. But look, thanks for watching. I hope you liked the review. Please hit subscribe and the notification if you do. Leave a comment down below. Love to read the comments. And we'll see you next time.